right, so we have a herbal practitioner. He is in the person of Forson Didier, and he has joined us in the studio to have a conversation about boosting your immune system, which in recent times is a conversation that almost everybody is interested in. Now, he didn't come alone. He came with a voice that you're familiar with. Hey, what's up?
Hi, Natalia.
Okay. Everybody already knows who this is. But for the purposes of, maybe somebody new, they're not familiar. Yeah.
The name is Daniel Adapo.
Okay.
And I work with Mayfox Herbal
Okay.
Mixture. But
Okay.
first of all, I think I like your DJ and I like your vibe.
I love my DJ.
Yeah, DJ MJ.
Yes.
The finest guitar player.
Yes, please. AKA Jerry, AKA Master J, AKA Michael Jackson,
Oh, my G.
AKA, you know me, I'm too bad,
Talk
baby.
to me.
All of that for one person.
Wow.
In fact, in recent times, a couple of my listeners listen, you mentioned MJ's name more than you mentioned my own, your own name on the show. I'm like, yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's the way it's supposed to be because he's the man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
That's it.
Anyway, let's jump into the conversation of boosting your immune system. Because of how rife social media is in recent times, almost anybody gets on social media and recommends things that people should take. Like on a regular basis, you're watching videos where people are telling you, if you drink this, this will happen. Drink this, drink that. And everybody seems to know so much about things that we should take in. And half the time, we don't even know who these people are. We don't even know, their backgrounds, whether they have any medical background or maybe sometimes even what's it called? If it's, local medication, if it is, we don't know anything. But they are always recommending. And I'm glad that this morning we have been joined by Didier, who's not a footballer. He is a local medicine practitioner, if you may, or a herbal practitioner. Thank you for joining us, Didier.
Most welcome, Natalie.
Okay, Natalia.
Sorry.
Daniel should have told you that. As for my name, dear, every time I have to repeat it a million times. Anyway, let's get into it.
Sure.
When it comes to boosting your immune system, first of all, how important is it to do that?
Well, thanks for this question and greetings to all your listeners as well.
Mm.
All right. So first, let's just set the ball rolling by knowing what immune booster is or immune system is.
Right.
All right. So the very first, what is an immune system? All right, is a practical. Right. Is a practical and then it's a practical way of life.
Mm.
So if we look at it very well from the very point that a child is being born, that is life. Life is being given to that child.
Right.
And the strength or the life is based on something we call the lymphocyte. All right. The thymus produces hormones, and these hormones are the white blood cells. So your life depends on the white blood cells. So your intakes, if you're not very much particular about your intakes, your white blood cells, which fight against diseases, are going to be affected massively.
Right.
You damage them. So at the early stage, they are very strong to protect you. But as time goes on, you are growing day in and day out. You're eating, excuse me to say, junky foods and all that, undesirable foods, foods loaded with chemicals and those additives. It impedes the actions of the white blood cells,
Right.
which rather tends drawing and inviting ailment into your system.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting. And then obviously as you grow older, your white blood cells, do they decrease?
Yes, they do.
Over time?
Yeah, they do.
So obviously for maybe a 50-year-old, they may not have the same
As that of a child.
Yes, or
please.
a teenager.
Yes, please.
Right. And so it obviously becomes important that as you grow, you try to maintain the number of white blood cells you have or try to increase them.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Well, God in His own wisdom has created. We have natural plants around us, okay, and these plants are meant to help us sustain the life that God has given us.
Right.
He has done his part. The remaining is ours. So what we take in determines our longevity in this life.
Right.
How long we're going to live in this life. Yes. If you take in junky food, if you take in anything toxic, you are decreasing your age limit on this life.
Right.
That indirectly, I'm trying to say that you are decreasing the content of what the your white blood cells.
Right.
All right. Because the white blood cells determines your lifespan. So there are certain foods that we take that will, impede on this white blood cells, as I said.
Okay.
But there's some of them too are very important that we stay very focused on, and then we omit in our daily life also.
Right. Do you mind mentioning some of the foods?
For instance, fatty foods.
Okay.
All right. They decrease your white blood cells.
Stradinam.
Stradinam. Yes.
Daniel likes Stradinam. Stradinam. Daniel, that is you.
Yeah.
Me famisi kamal.
Yes.
Fakore Stradinam. For example. Kebab.
Chofi kebab.
Okay. Right. So that obviously worries the
Yes, please,
situation.
yes.
Okay.
And our authorities too, that is the FDA and other department too, are also doing very well to check some foods that are being introduced into the system.
Okay.
Because behind the scene, people are introducing some foods into the system which are really killing people.
Right.
Most especially foods containing caffeine.
Right.
All right. Caffeine foods. And we also have spicy foods as well. Yes.
Oh, spicy foods are not good. I love spicy foods. I mean, I'm sorry, but when you mentioned that, I'm like, uh-oh. I didn't think...
Natural spices are okay.
Natural spices
Yeah,
are okay.
natural spices
So when
are
you say
okay.
spicy food, what do you mean?
Like
Okay.
chemical-based
Yes.
spices.
That
Like
is it.
what?
Hey, if
Oh,
you mention the brand, you
No,
have
no,
bias.
don't mention brand, but you can say...
A lot of seasoners on the market.
Oh.
Yes.
You can want
A lot
two
of them.
But
sachets,
those
3
ones are not...
sachets, or-
do you call those ones spices?
No, they are just...
The MSGs, right?
Yeah, they are
But
just
those
powdered
ones are...
chemicals.
Yeah, those ones are not spices.
Yes.
So when I say I like spicy food, I mean I like food with
You-
a lot
you
of
like
ginger,
ginger,
garlic.
That,
That's
naturally,
is
that's how
me.
it's supposed to be.
Yeah, that is
right.
me. I
That's
don't
right.
mean the MSGs because
No
those
wonder your
ones...
skin is as smooth as actually.
The MSGs there, I don't
Yeah.
like them. But you know,
Okay.
because you have there's parsley and all these things are spicy. Like
Sure.
I don't know, but in Ghana, when you say spices, people actually think
Attributed to.
you're
Yeah.
talking about
Sure.
these, you know,
Yeah.
salt-based
Okay.
MSGs and all of that. But
Okay.
spices, there's so many: the parsleys, the thyme, the garlic, the ginger.
Exactly.
Those are actually
Sure,
spices.
Sure.
So
So
I like spicy food, not what
The-
you're referring to. Right.
So my focus was on the powdered-based ones, the chemically
Okay.
prepared ones. Yeah, they are very harmful to the system. Yeah.
Right. So people
sure.
should try to cut down.
Yes, please.
It is difficult. I think a couple of days ago, I was having a conversation with my colleague and talking about the fact that sometimes when you're trying to cut back on something, you crave it the more. I don't know the science behind that. But when you're trying to cut back on, because I told myself, you know, after my birthday this year, I said there's so many things I won't do anymore. There's certain particular foods I don't like to eat anymore. Like I cut back on all the sugars and all of that. But I realized that as I tried to cut back on the sugars, I started craving sugar the more. You know, like now I want more frozen yogurt and more ice cream and more this, which is not even like back when I used to eat sugar, I didn't crave it that much. Like, what's the science behind when you're trying to stop your body from wanting something, it wants it the more?
Normally, the reason why we advise the individual to abstain from some of these foods are because of the nicotine content in the foods.
Right.
Yes. So the science factor here is the nicotine because it's
Okay.
going to like invite or it's going to get you addicted to whatever you've been taking.
Okay.
Provided that thing is being fused with that nicotine product in it.
Right.
Yes. So
So as you try to stop, then because of the addiction or
the
because
quest
you've
for
done
to
it
be
over
high.
time,
Sure.
then you start.
That is it.
Yeah.
I also suggest that if, for instance, you are a chain smoker, you are addicted to smoking, and you do like 20 cigarettes or 10 cigarettes a day, if you want to stop, you don't just stop at once.
True.
At least you do 9 cigarettes this week. Next week you do 8 cigarettes in that order, so that
You just keep cutting down the
Yes.
number.
But
So-
if you stop
so
at once, Charlie,
It will be a problem. So you suggest that I still eat these things, but I tone it down,
yes,
down.
Maybe you eat 5 scoops of ice cream at a go, so you can do 4 scoops a week.
No, I don't eat ice cream every week.
Yeah, okay.
Sometimes, like, I don't know, I can even go like 6 months without it.
Okay.
But the day that I want it, I want, yeah,
So
you know
go
what I
6
mean?
months, but you eat an olonka when you want to eat it.
Not
Is
olonka
that
per
it?
se. But so, for instance, if I'm going to get frozen yogurt, I definitely will get the big cup,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
But when I have that, I may not have that again till like December.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only, I think it's also a bit mental because when I tell myself I won't eat this entirely again, the minute I make up my mind, then now I want to eat it every day.
Yeah, it's like sometimes you say today I'm going to fast. Suddenly
It's more mental.
you see something you are allergic to, but you say you want to eat it.
Yeah.
Because you decided to fast.
All right. So now, let's talk about you. You've mentioned the things that we need to do
Yeah.
to help boost our immune system,
Sure.
especially as you're aging. And I know that for a lot of herbal practitioners, especially when you have made some form of medication, it gets abused a lot. I'm not big on herbal medicine, even though my mom is also a herbal practitioner, actually.
Okay.
She has a shop in Tema where she sells a lot of herbal medication. I'm always shouting her out. Big shouts going out to Frimpoma Herbal. She's in Tema, a community one behind the oil filling station. But the thing is that because of my mom, every now and again when I complain about something, she'll say, "Oh, if you drink this, it will be fine," and she'll give me. But when she gives me herbal medication, I struggle to keep to the dose, right? Like if I go to the hospital and they tell me, Natalia, take this once before meal, 30 minutes before meal, and take it 3 times a day, I will follow exactly what the doctor has ordered.
Yeah.
But when my mom gives me this, herbal medicine, is in a big bottle, and she says, whatever cup is on top of it, take once in the morning. I don't do that. Like sometimes I'll just put it to my head and drink as much as my mouth can take because I feel like, oh, but this is herbal medicine, And I find that I'm not the only one. A lot of people don't stick to the rules that come with herbal medication. Why is that?
You know, backdating, I would say that we used to have this notion that that's when our grandfathers used to manufacture the products, all right? And then you will like go and take a cup, go and take a cup. So we still have that kind of mentality. But we've gotten to an era in this life that we need to put graduation to anything that we take because, fine, there are preservatives we use in manufacturing the products also, and the preservatives they comes with graduation. Yeah, they comes with graduation, and the kind of life we were living before isn't the same as the kind of life we are living today. Chemicals have come to live with us. Ailments have also come to live with us. So we must be on a safer side by putting measurement to whatever we take in. Even the food you take, you also have to be very cautious of the quantity that you take because the quantity can also cause a problem. If you don't eat to the level you are supposed to take to, it will also cause a problem. So putting graduation on it is very important, and that's what mostly we go out to preach. Most people still don't believe in the herbal medicine as we are communicating and as we are advising them to.
Okay.
But if you look very deep into it, it's really doing massive on the market. Yeah.
Okay. So I see that you have the herbal medication for boosting your immune system, and it's called Mayfox.
Sure.
Right? Tell me about that.
Okay, Mayfox herbal mixture happens to be a product that it's finally refined and then registered under Food and Drugs Board.
Okay.
I based on this natural spices to manufacture and then other herbs also to manufacture this particular product because I got to realize that there are points in times we don't get a specific product that will serve general purposes.
Right.
So I just decided to come up with this one.
Right.
Yes.
And I hope that yours is not, one. And the thing also about herbal medication that drives a lot of people insane is that you see one medication, they say, a cocoa, a malaria, a cancer, a way, it says 1,000,001 things. And it gets a bit scary because, but how can you tell me this story? You're telling me this medication.
One medication can straighten your spine. Your spine.
No.
Yeah.
I hope yours is not that way.
No. Okay, the fact is, let me also chip in with this one.
Right.
From the beginning, I was talking about the thymus, all right? Thymosin, all right?
Okay.
It is an organ that lies within your sternum. If you open your chest, there's a small bone, an arrow shape there.
Okay.
Its main purpose here is to facilitate the activities of what the white blood cells.
Right.
But because of the food that we take, they don't. They
Okay.
get the energy, small. Let me just say the minute energy to promote the activities of the white blood cells. All
Right.
So if you should take this product, we did it in such a way that the activities of the thymosin is going to be favored,
Okay.
irrespective of the age that you've attained.
Okay.
Yes. So if you take it, it's really going to help the thymosin to produce more of the white blood cells to fight the diseases.
Okay.
That is the main.
So,
reason.
as a herbal practitioner, do you see people? Like, are you available to be seen? But sometimes, somebody wants to get in touch with you, maybe find you to have certain conversations. Are you available to be seen?
Almost really available at all
Okay, where
times.
can people find
That's
you?
Salem Estate OEV.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's where you're stationed.
please,
And
sure.
that's where your medication
Yes,
is as
please,
well.
sure.
Okay. Are you on social media?
Yeah.
Okay.
TikTok.
TikTok.
Yeah.
That's strange. I mean, I'd expect you to say something like, I don't know, maybe
Twitter.
Instagram, straight to TikTok. Anyway, that's fine. So people can find you there
Yes,
as
please,
what?
Sure. Mayflower Herbal Mixture.
Okay, Mayfox Herbal Mixture. And also they can find it where?
When you go to Nima, you get it there.
Okay. Okay, that's very
Rich
interesting.
Yeah,
Very
Rich Co. You
interesting.
can also get at Drug Lane. Yeah.
Okay.
In Kumasi, they will get it at Misty and Fredimans and Kolinak as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
So,
Natalia, before we go,
Right.
Our product, it can do simple things.
okay.
Some people feel that they are not doing well when it comes to bedroom tournaments. Okay.
Oh,
Our product is good for blood circulation.
okay.
And before you can have a good bedroom tournament, your blood must circulate. If not, it is likely that the natural cucumber may not have enough blood to be able to have a conversation with the mortar.
Okay.
So that is why we have this product.
Okay.
Some people call us and say they want specific products for specific ailments. When they call us, we can do some for them.
Okay.
So for instance, stroke.
Right.
When you call us, we can prepare a special medication for you.
Okay.
And all our medications are approved by the FDA.
Okay.
So we can prepare it for you so that you get that cleanness and then you are good to go.
Okay.
General heart health, general body being,
Okay.
and you are fine.
Okay.
They should, if they buy, there's a cap on it, one daily. You
Okay.
take your meal, very well, heavy meal before you
I'm sure they will be told from wherever they get it.
Yes,
how
but
to
what
take
happens
it.
is that because of how it works effectively, people go ahead and just because I ate no more. You'll be doing an abuse of the medicine, and you'll be putting your kidney at risk.
I know.
So
I know.
basically,
I
yes.
know. Thank you, though. Thank you for this education. I think that last week and yesterday we have had doctors join us for Doctors Note to talk about this and that. And I love that today we've had a herbal practitioner join us as well
Fantastic.
to find also what's on the other side of the table. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. So we'll follow you on TikTok, Mayfox.
Sure.
Mayfox
phone
Herbal.
Yeah.
Yes, your phone number.
Okay. You can also reach me on 0544
Right.
96
Mm.
0070.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Natalia.
Daniel, the everlasting salesman, who had to prove a point to me, making me buy something of him. They're buying their bottle.
Charlie.
The payment is another conversation.
It's a siblings fight, don't worry.
Thank you, guys. We really appreciate.
The show